Come mai, la Champions League tu non la vinci mai.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brothers of the World podcast. Last week was our first episode, and we had a really great turnout. Thanks for everybody who listened and is tuning in today. If you enjoyed, we need to get the word out. So if you can rate us 5 stars, like it, retweet, whatever you can do, that would be greatly appreciated. We've got the same guys back today. Me, Mikey, the host. We have Chino in Trinidad, the leader of
Hi,
FC.
welcome everybody.
Leader of FC. We have Hristo, who was out at the Macedonian qualifier today against Poland. How was that?
Fuck football.
Yeah, you had
and we
Piontek
didn't
score
deserve.
against
After I fucking talked so much shit yesterday, he scored, and they won, and the game was so. And not only that, but they didn't deserve to win. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the way football goes sometimes. It's no better with Inter.
Especially in Macedonia,
Ooh.
right?
What?
He said especially.
Nothing. Let's move on.
Oh, fuck you.
So since last week, we've had a few things happen. We had Hristo on talking about his boy Elmas, and his rumors have cooled down. The French guy, Aguame, he's getting close. And we had Inter management with Conte in Madrid for the CL final and everything that went along with that. You guys have anything about the final that you'd like to talk about or seeing those guys together? Hristo, I'll let it go to you first.
So, as I said last week, I don't think Elmas is coming just because I have that feeling, not because I know something. And even though, like, a friend of mine knows his father, and his father said that they had a meeting with Pandev and a few of the executive people from Inter. But I don't know, like, I don't believe that that's happening because he's like a bright talent, and I don't see Inter as signing someone that young, and especially like a national team regular, and he's like rated by them highly. That's for like 15 mil as far as I know. So I don't see how we can sign him and give him or promise him minutes in the first team if we have like signings like Vecino or Barella and Vecino and Gagliardini, as we said, or as we saw today, that they're staying. But yeah, I hope that he comes. As far as I know, he's coming, but my personal opinion is that he's not coming. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I see that. I also don't want another guy just wasting away on our bench. And if that was what he was coming for, I'd rather him stay in Turkey or go somewhere else for the betterment of his career.
I mean,
And
like, it's not a bad.
Oh, you go ahead.
It's not a bad thing to sign him and either like leave him in the first team so you can learn from the guys, from Brozovic especially, because they're like similar types of players. And I would say Elmas is better when it comes to scoring and assisting, but he's not as good as Brozovic is when it comes to passing and opening up the game. But like they are quite similar players in those terms, but Elmas is more of an attacking player. I would love to see him on Inter rather, and if not in the first team, then you can like just loan him out.
Yeah, I got you right there. We also had the Inter movie of the season, whatever that was. That came out this week, and I was watching that today to get ready for this, and watching Icardi in the first half of the Champions League was a little sad. I'll leave it at that. Chino, do you have anything you'd like to say about anything the past week before we hop into the beef of everything?
Okay, about the movie, I started watching just like everyone else, but, well, I started watching it and saw Icardi score a couple of goals in Champions League, switched that off. I couldn't bear it after. I couldn't watch anymore. It was too much.
Yeah.
I did not want to relive that season, honestly. It was too rough.
Yeah, it hurt.
About Elmas, I just hope, beefing Turkish Twitter is worthwhile. I don't want to, beef them and then not sign them after all it's over. You know,
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about him, so I'll take an initials with that he's quality, and he might be a good signing for us. But I don't know anything else. I just all for the beef on Twitter.
Yeah, we'd be taking an L from Fenerbahce Twitter if that were to be the case.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. We're going to start off with our Inter guys on international duty this week and next week with the U20 World Cup going on. We've got some Euro 2020 qualifiers, and we have the Copa America starting here in the next few days. So today we had Pinamonti in the U20 World Cup, and he banged in 2 goals today against Mali. It was a really impressive showing from what I've heard. I didn't catch the match. I'm ashamed of myself. But yeah, I saw the goals. They were nice goals. And some reactionary Inter Twitter has been on it. And I think it's good to stay. But we'll see. He could be on loan again. He could be in another deal. But it's good to see him develop. Chino, what do you think about Pinamonti today, if you saw or heard anything?
Okay, well, I saw the goals, and I think it's 4 goals he has in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
And he has been looking impressive. I'm happy for him. We need this. We need a young player coming out to the academy and staying and playing for Inter and representing. I think he should go out on loan another year, definitely, get the experience. Because from what I've seen of him too, I'm not sure if he fits into Conte's style of target man per se. I think he's more like Icardi, a bit of a poacher. So I'm not sure where he fits in Conte's style, but I think he needs the experience with another loan out there. And I hope he keep hold on to him and not trade him off like Zaniolo. I mean, although I think Pinamonti looking much better than Zaniolo. I think he's a little bit overrated, but I don't know. Give him a year again. Let him get some experience, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's positive to see. Hirsto, do you have anything on Pinamonti?
Yeah, like I've never said that he's a fraud. Never. I don't know, like
on the record.
I don't know, like I have mixed feelings about him because he doesn't seem like a type of a guy or a player that has a like I don't know how to explain. Like he's a weird player in a sense because he's similar to Icardi, but he's also similar to someone like Dzeko because he's good when it comes to the hold-up game. He opens up the space, just like Icardi. So I would say he's a mix of both of them. As far as the goals, I've seen them. They're awesome goals, especially for someone that's as young as he is and as little experience in the first team as he had this season. But also, I would like to see him either at Inter to learn from someone that is going to play the first team, or even better, to play the first team, whether he's going out on loan or we can sell him as we did and have the buyback clause. But I don't think that's too viable. I would rather prefer him to go out on loan for the season, and I think he's going to be ready to be a backup the next season, the season after that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we need to keep control of him, whether he is at Inter, maybe in that rotation, since we'll be fighting on 3 fronts and we'll be playing most likely 2 strikers. So the more depth we have, the better, that we don't have like someone else even younger backing up. Like when we had nobody during the season and we played Keita at center forward and it just didn't go well. Like the more depth, the better. But we need it to be effective depth.
And not only that, but he's like
Definitely.
a kid from the club, so that's a bonus. That's a bonus.
Yeah.
Because in a way, we haven't had a talent since Balotelli, all right? Like the 10 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's terrible because in 2012 or 13, didn't Stramaccioni win the Champions League, the first Champions League with the Primavera?
Yeah, the youth league.
Yeah, nobody came out of them. Like none of them actually got a chance to play for Inter.
Plus Valencia's.
True, but I think that Bessa was called up for a few games back then, and he got injured twice, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and he didn't get the chance. And ever since, we haven't had a player as exciting as Pinamonti is. especially a guy that went through the academies, that's an Inter fan, and that loves the club as much as every single fan, or as much as we do.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe so.
Chino, do you have anything on that?
No, everything I said on Pinamonte, Crystal covered as well. Excited for him. Let's hope he progresses and we can get something out of him. Goals, especially, not plus or less goals.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see somebody, and that's brownie points with CL too, because we need that those homegrown spots. So that's something to think about. And then we have in Euro 2020 qualifiers coming up this weekend. We have Brozovic and Perisic will be in the squad for Croatia against Wales.
Big game.
Yeah, big game for them.
Croatia gonna take this
Oh, you think so?
easy.
I don't know how much Perisic or how much he'll be around coming up soon. Hopefully, I'd like him to stay as a wing back. Brozovic, of course, nobody has any hate for him anymore. He's washed that all clean.
True.
You got anything on those guys?
No, Perisic should be fine. He turns into the Croatian Ronaldo playing for Croatia. Yeah. So you expect him to turn up tomorrow. Brozovic, fantastic player since he didn't make that move to Sevilla how much last year or whenever it was. So expecting good things from them. Yeah.
I see those two guys having big performances for Croatia as they always do. They're big national team guys.
Yeah.
Christo, anything on them?
I mean, we knew or we know that Perisic is gonna turn into prime Cristiano Ronaldo tomorrow. Brozovic is gonna, if he plays, I hope he plays because Rakitic and Modric are also over there. So if he plays, I'm expecting him to be the regular Brozovic that he is, as it is the case when he plays for us. So yeah, I think that Croatia is gonna take this game, and I hope that one of them scores.
Yeah, we need some good reflections on the club and maybe good summers for them to come back and have some confidence and maybe not be as gassed as they were last summer.
We're gonna talk about Bosnia and Herzegovina in a month's time when Dzeko is here. So
facts. And nobody was called up for Mancini's Italy, which I mean isn't too shocking. I mean, I think
Politano was a disappointment.
Yeah, Politano went up. He was training with him, but I think he left with an injury or something. I think he left the squad.
Okay. Icardi injury.
Okay, I didn't know. What?
Icardi's injury, that type of injury.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, especially because he's kind of, I don't know, he's been disappointed so far.
Yeah. I don't even know. I haven't heard anything about redeeming him. So, personally,
been kind of bad done.
For me, fingers crossed that we don't. I'm not a big Politano guy. He sold me in the first half, but kind of lost me in the second. And I'm not sure
of every game, right?
I'm not sure how he would fit in that formation.
Yeah.
Why? Like at 25 mil, you cannot find anyone that's better than him that's gonna sit on the bench.
Better than him? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, on top of your mind,
what's that?
Who's the player that's gonna replace him as someone that's gonna come in from the bench from top of your mind?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay, fair.
Come in.
Point.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone offhand. Ilicic. I'm still a big fan of Ilicic.
Oh, fuck him. He's like 31. We don't need someone like him. We need...
So he can sit on the bench and come off the bench, play wide, play a second striker or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, we don't use a single striker. If we did, then Keita is the perfect player for that. So I don't see any problem with that. But everything depends on what Conte wants, and we don't know what he wants. We only know that Dzeko is coming, and we already knew that he loves those type of players, just like Dzeko, just like Graziano Pele, like those type of tall guys. It's gonna protect the ball and it's gonna distribute the ball to the nearest player. So
Yeah. I don't know. Pele, that's a rough shout. That's a real rough shout these days. But Chino, you got anything else on Italy before we move on outside of that depressing national?
Italy. No, not at all. No.
No.
Moving on. The Vrij is playing this weekend, or is he playing? Yeah, the Nations League final.
Yeah, the Dutch did make it through, didn't they?
Yeah, they are, and they are playing this weekend. So
Well, he got benched in the first game, and that was a big disappointment for me. But I mean, he's got De Ligt in front of him, and he's got he's got
the future Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah. Oh, I heard shouts for that, and I shuddered a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, it could happen. It can happen.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. But I'd like to see him get a few minutes. I'd like to see him have a good showing. But he's got two real popular guys in front of him, so I mean, we can't blame him if he doesn't get on.
Yeah.
I hope they win. I hope they beat the Portugal team, especially Portugal without Quaresma. So I don't care.
Ronaldo propaganda is going to go off
Ronaldo
this weekend.
I'd like to see him embarrassed by some more Dutch kids. So we'll hope for that to come.
That's gonna happen for sure.
That'd be nice.
The Netherlands gonna take this easy.
Easy. You got a score prediction?
De Vrij a header in the 90th minute. 1-0.
1-0 De Vrij. All right.
I think Portugal's gonna win. To be honest.
Yeah,
they can't stop Ronaldo. Yeah,
I think Ronaldo is gonna want some kind of redemption after the Champions League. So I can see that coming.
Yeah. Another Ronaldo brace. 2-0 Portugal.
I would be kind of hurt, but it would be good. It would be good for the game, I guess.
Yeah. That Messi Ronaldo beef.
We have Skriniar coming out for the Slovakian team. Of course, he'll be playing. I think they have Azerbaijan or somebody this weekend. They should handle that pretty well. He didn't play in their 5-1 friendly victory today against Jordan, I believe it was.
Yeah.
They're just saving their weapon for tomorrow or Sunday, maybe? I'm not sure.
I don't even think he'll play against Azerbaijan either.
Well, I mean,
let's be honest.
If they really want to hammer those guys, they got to get him out there and really destroy everybody.
Yeah, they're playing on Tuesday. I just checked.
Yeah.
Tuesday, okay. I got my dates off. Apologies. We have Copa America coming up this upcoming week too. That's a pretty big competition for our South American guys. We still have Miranda. He'll be in the Brazil squad. Lautara's in the Argentina squad. And Vecino's in the Uruguay squad with Godin, who is an imminent transfer, as we know.
And they're playing as we speak.
Yeah, their friendlies are going on. I forgot about that. Yeah. Any updates on that? Are you guys following those?
Uruguay still up 1-0. Vecino playing, Godin is playing.
Okay.
Neither of them scored.
Yeah, I saw Vecino had a yellow card. It's pretty typical.
Yeah, in the 7th minute.
Oh, wow.
That's even worse.
Vecino FC.
El Mate FC. Oh, man.
They should be pumped right now after the good news.
By the way, they just scored. Just scored, but the Vecino got out in the 46 minutes, so nobody cares about that game anymore.
Oh, Vecino's out. Okay.
Maybe Corina had it.
All right.
Are you guys going to be following that competition any for our guys or for your own pleasure?
For sure.
Yeah, Copa America is fun. Not big quality, at least from the quarterfinals up, it should get really interesting. Obviously, disappointed Icardi didn't get called up, but I'll watch out for Lautaro and Vecino.
Icardi blew his chance. Let's be real.
Yeah, but still could be disappointed.
But Dybala's gonna play, so we have something.
Dybala?
Yeah, I mean our future player. So
that's not happening. That's not.
Il nuovo Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the competition is fun. I've seen even previous versions of it. Uh, I saw that Qatar is going to be part of the Copa America this year because of the preparations for the World Cup. So that's a
Yeah.
new addition. But all in all, I think it's going to be really interesting competition because Argentina has a great attack, as always. Brazil without Neymar and with Miranda. And
A big
yeah,
disappointment.
Uruguay with Godin and Vecino. I hope they all do good, but I think that it's finally time for Uruguay to win the Copa America.
Uruguay, of all people.
Yeah, I mean we have.
I think they have the most copas, I believe, in history.
I mean
I could check that.
even they
Yeah,
have a
they had
World
a
Cup.
early years, didn't they? Or am
Yeah,
I? Am I
Yeah.
dreaming?
I mean if you can count them, just like the Italians count the World Cups in the 30s when Mussolini had a dinner with the referee. So that's not even the competition, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. You guys have any expectations of our guys in there? Any hopes, any expectations, maybe some goals, maybe some good highlights. Um, maybe a Lautaro breakout, hopefully.
We
If you,
need we need him to be good for Argentina because if he makes out of that group of players with Aguero, with Messi, and with like all of the guys that's part of the Argentina squad, I think if he gets the chance that he's gonna use that in the best way possible, and he's going to at least score a few goals in the competition. I hope so.
yeah, yeah, it would be good to
Yeah,
have an emergence. Chino, you got anything on Lautaro?
but yeah, I think he'll be coming off the bench because look, Aguero should be first choice. So he had an impact for us coming off the bench this season. So hopefully, he can get in some goals for them as well for Argentina. That'll be good for his confidence coming into the
And
new
not
year.
only that, it's gonna be good for our team since our main Argentinian striker is not playing for his country. So it would be nice for the better Argentinian striker to score the
Crystal,
goal.
that is done. Why are we going over that over and over?
No,
Why are you doing
I'm
that?
I'm just
Why?
talking. What? I
Why?
didn't mention any
All right.
names.
Oh,
All right.
well, we've kind of ghosted over it a few times, but we've tried to avoid it the best possible. We've got some transfer rumors, of course. It's that time of the year. Well, I want to start
And
something
we have a
today.
lot.
I want to start something with we're gonna all pick our most ridiculous transfer rumor. So we're gonna have three, and we'll just discuss these. So Christo, you can go first with your one most ridiculous transfer rumor.
Bale as a right winger or right wing back.
Yeah,
I mean,
solid.
like him coming to Inter, I don't think it's possible because it's Bale, because his salary is enormous, and because we are reluctant to pay someone that's like 30 or above a lot of money, but Godin, who's coming for a year or two. So I would be very surprised if Bale is really part of our plans. And some reliable sources even said that Conte wants Bale at Inter, but I just cannot see that.
Yeah, why would he take a pay cut to play at right wing back? Like it makes no sense.
I agree.
Chino, what's
Who else? Dybala to Inter. That's ridiculous.
you don't
I
want
see absolutely no reason for him. Was that?
you don't want the Icardi Dybala swap deal? That's not in your plans.
Okay, I mean, if it happens, that'll be the best deal Inter could possibly get for Icardi at this point. But I don't see Dybala actually coming to Inter. He has no reason to.
Why?
Whereas Icardi has, You mean why Dybala is Juve's number 10?
Okay,
He's a fan
but he
favorite.
didn't play a role
Why would
last
he?
season.
Yeah, why would he move? I have to. Let's be honest. It's a bit of a downgrade, slightly. Not even slightly. It's a downgrade right now for him to come to Inter.
Is
all his major fan base will turn against him. For absolute, why does he have to do that
whose
to his
fan
career?
base? His fan base is all FIFA
Dybala
players.
is Juventus fan base gonna hate
Fuck
him
that.
for coming to
Who the
Inter?
fuck cares?
Yeah, fuck that. We could say fuck that, but I think he would care,
Like,
right? He's getting about 7.58 million at Juve. How much more are we honestly gonna pay him?
but you don't have to pay him
Right
that
now.
much because he now at Juventus he's not a center of the attention. Ronaldo is. He's not playing as much. He's not the main guy in the team, even though he's the number 10. Who gives a fuck about him? Everyone is talking about Ronaldo. At Inter, we're known to have great Argentinian players.
Yeah, that's the reason I love Inter.
He's gonna be
That was my
the center of
reason.
attention. He's gonna be the main player. He's gonna score the most amount of goals in the team. And
Is he?
who's gonna score? Dzeko?
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know. I just don't see him having motivations to come to Inter.
All right, if I can get you two off of each other's throats for a second, I will say that I saw a report after all the swap rumors that Dybala did not want to come, that he considered it a step down in his career. I mean, it's a report. It's out of Italian media. Take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I've seen that.
It depends what he considers a step down. A step down in a sense that Juventus is going to win a couple of trophies next season. I would say so. But in a way, like for his career, like on a personal level, he's going to gain so much. As trophy-wise, he's going to lose something. But
he had that opportunity, So he had that opportunity when Inter were calling for him before he went to Juventus. He had the choice of coming to Inter because Mancini wanted him.
You know what?
And he didn't want to be part of that big project or that project to score goals. Him and Icardi linked.
I don't think
he chose the path to go and win trophies with Juve.
Of course, I mean, would you choose Mancini as your coach, or Juventus that guarantees you trophies, guarantees you a good environment in which you can work and better yourself as a player, or you're gonna choose Inter with Tohir? Like, if you're saying, I mean, imagine going over to Inter in Milan and shaking hands with Tohir. I would immediately spit on him and go away.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We have a little more appeal now.
Of course.
But I don't see it.
I don't see it happening either. But I'm saying,
hey, still, I really didn't fight on your Bale opinion so much. Why you on my case? So?
And now I'm just,
Mikey, what's your take? All
right, mine.
Let's move on.
Mine. I decided to go a more creative way with it because my mind. But I went with just the Premier League rumors we've had, the Alexis and the Xhaka rumors. I think those are ridiculous because of the wages that those guys are on. And I just don't think we would match that, whether we'd want to or if we could. I don't see it for those guys.
I don't think this is as far-fetched as you're making it seem. Both of them, not really. I don't know anything about Xhaka, really. I don't pay attention to Arsenal, but Alexis Sanchez played in Italy before. His career is in the dumps. Manu, I'm sure, want to get rid of him, and that amount of wages he's paying.
Man,
it could happen. He needs to revive his career.
Dude, he's so finished. He's slower than Candreva. I don't see it.
And Candreva is like a major player, or should be a major player for Conte coming up this season. So, don't know. I can't be sure on that one.
Yeah, quit hurting me though.
Yeah.
So our three for this week, we've got Bale, we've got Dybala, and we have the Alexis Xhaka deals. I think, those speak for themselves. They're pretty far-fetched, and we could come back to this in a month and have to eat some crow over it, but we'll see.
All right. Recorded. Noted.
Onto some actual transfers that could be going down. We have Barella supposedly nearing. If DiMarzio reports are to be believed, Gagliardini and Vecino should be staying. And Dzeko is getting close also. Christo, any thoughts on any of those takes? You want to make any?
Vecino and Gagliardini staying for another season. I mean, player-wise, for us as fans, is bad. But if Conte wants him, I mean, who can blame him? I would like to see them playing more often, especially Gagliardini, because when he got a chance, he played good, even with some minor brain farts. But I don't know, like I like him. I always liked him, but every Italian Inter fan overhypes him, and that's what is bad for me because people get the perception that he's like I don't know, like this talent with so much potential, but he's like an average player that can help the team. That's it. As far as Barella goes, I don't know. I like him, but I don't know much about him. I haven't seen a lot of Cagliari games except for those when they played against us. I know that he has the most recovered balls in the league, and him linking up with Raja, his favorite player, his mentor.
Raja. All right.
Oh, the best midfield in the league. Okay, in Barella,
Yes.
Raja, and Brozovic. Oh, I would like to see that.
All
Honestly.
right. on FIFA 20, possibly I can make a side, make a team.
Of course,
Go on.
them three and linking up with the ball in the attack. Oof.
I think it's a decent shout. I think that could be a good mix. I'm not gonna shit on it and say it's not gonna happen because that could. I think that's a more realistic idea than some of the stuff we just discussed. China, you on these guys?
Well, the news about Vecino and Gagliardini today that came out from the Marseille, I think that was pretty much confirmation what everybody thought that Vecino. Well, I know people hate on Vecino, but we expected Vecino and Gagliardini to play a role as two box-to-box midfielders for Conte. So I wasn't surprised by it at all. Like neither the news about Candreva staying or Conte wanting Candreva to stay, that wasn't a surprise. Nangolan, I, in my opinion, I don't expect him to be a box-to-box midfielder for Conte. I don't think he has the legs anymore. So, besides all the news or reports about Conte being this disciplinarian and wanting them out for those reasons, I don't think he has the legs to run for Conte again, and that's the primary reason why he's probably only chance for this.
Yeah, there were parts of that too.
Barella, yeah, Barella looking like it's gonna be our first signing, possibly. Like I said, not too much known about him. He's about 21 years old. He's captain of Cagliari. The games I've seen, he's tough tackler. He gets stuck in. He has some dribbling ability. He looks to go forward a little bit, take some shots. Exciting prospects for me.
Scored a bicycle.
I don't think he will be the only signing in the midfield for sure.
Bicycle.
We need more than
U20
that.
training or U21.
Yeah, in training and practice with nobody marking him. I think anybody could do that. My grandfather could do that.
They that was out there just to hype up Inter fans. It had to be.
Yeah, probably to tack on some more millions or to tack on Bastoni into the negotiations.
Yeah, I don't want Bastoni in that at all. I would love for him to stay and get some development in our squad this year. Not even on loan. Like I want him to be playing with De Vrij, Godin, Skriniar, whoever else we bring in. I think he would be great.
There were reports I think earlier in the week about us trying to get Izzo. Izzo from Torino. Yeah. But I think Torino asked for Gagliardini in exchange or something like that. So I don't know what left. But like I said, I still think we need an extra centre back bringing in. I said that last week and I'll continue with that. We need that to happen.
He would fit in well.
I'm not sure about Bastoni.
Names will come for center backs, I believe. I think we're just still early, and the big names are what people are trying to put on us right now. And I just think that in time, things will shape up because it's still early. As of recording this, it's June 7th. So things.
And I think we've been linked to about 50 players so far this week, right? If you check the numbers, it has to be at least 30, 40, 50 people, different names.
Yeah, way too many links. A lot of them have to be unfounded. A few of them true, some not. Like we've got other names. We've got Lazzari for a right wing back. That guy Lazaro. I forget where he was coming from, but that was a name I heard today. Ante Rebic, I'd love that.
Yeah.
And
Sign me up for
Okay,
it.
I already talk about this guy, Lazaro. This guy, from what I've read, supposed to be a huge talent. Very, very fast, dribbling, attacking. I think he could be a good buy.
yeah, but you know who else they said that about? They said that about Gabigol.
Baller.
No. Gabigol was always so slow though. Every YouTube video I ever used to watch of Gabigol, he really didn't look that good. I don't understand why people rated him.
I don't know, man. We really debuted him like he was the next coming of.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
It's embarrassing what we did with him.
yeah.
Yeah. It went a little bit over the top of that marketing.
Like I watched a couple of games when him and Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City, both of them when they played on Brazil's teams for the Rio 2016, I think, and
Yeah.
they won it. But Gabriel Jesus was miles above him, Gabigol.
I think we were going to make a loss no matter what because Gabriel Jesus hasn't turned out to be anything great.
I mean, you can resell him for much higher than you can with Gabigol.
Yeah, more than Gabigol. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got fucked over that summer. That was also the Michel Mario summer. A lot of bad things happened that summer. Yeah.
Yeah, we dropped 70 million in one day or 75 million in one day on Gabigol and João Mario.
Yeah, neither of those guys. Like Jamario's on the way out. Gabigol's probably on his way out, even though I've seen Gabigol apologists on various platforms.
There are people still hoping that he comes and does something for Conte.
Yeah, I mean that'd be nice, but that's way far out there now.
His work rate under Conte is gonna be the biggest mismatch in the history of the sport. So
yeah, let's reel it back in off of Gabigol. Well, we still have links to Nicolas Pepe from Lille also. I don't really know much about him. I don't see that one coming through either.
Eddiville, no way.
Yeah, he's Premier League material with that price.
No, I believe we have money to spend. Don't doubt. Don't doubt. If we want to get rid of a player like Icardi, we need to have a statement signing.
Yeah,
someone who we're gonna sell jerseys and put on posters and that kind of shit. So expect that to happen. It's not gonna be all can drivers. No, it's not gonna be all can drivers. We sign in this market. Trust me. We're gonna have somebody who we wanna show off in China and spread and market the shit out.
If they trying to market shit with Italian players like Barella and Gagliardini and Ambrosio, I'm gonna curse them on Twitter.
More than now, possibly.
But who maybe who knows? I know who's the right player for that. The one that plays in Turin right now.
Yeah, definitely. But that's too early for me.
We'll get something. We'll get something, guys.
For sure.
I think we've about beat the transfer this week into the dirt. So we're gonna try something new today, also along with our 3 ridiculous rumors. We're gonna try with some questions. We put out a tweet about 2 hours ago, trying to get some help, trying to fill up some time, keep bothering you guys' ears. So we'll take. What do you guys think? About 3 questions? 3 questions, and then we'll head out.
I think we only had 3 questions.
Yo, we're not the Interpod. We have more than them.
I don't know. What's the Interpod? I never heard of that.
Yeah, it was an Asian podcast that had 3 followers. And all of them were by me.
Nice. All right. So I'll take one question. The first question, we really don't have too many, I will say, if they weren't wrong. But Interia Media, Interia Skriniar, says, should Pinamonti come back for Inter next season or go out on loan again? I know we covered this a little bit, but I guess we can get a definitive answer from everybody on it. Personally, for me, I think he should come back and he should be in our depth rotation. I think he'd be a great addition. He'd look good. It would be good for us to have some development, some guy develop out of our academy for once. Christo, what do you think?
Just keep him. You can rotate if Dzeko comes, which, as Dimarcia says, is most probably going to be official in the next week or so. So I would rotate them too. And if we manage to sell Icardi and get somebody else, I would like to see Pinamonti rotating and getting some minutes out of Dzeko. But I wouldn't mind the idea of him going out alone to a lesser team that he's going to play in. So either one of them is going to work for me. I don't know about Chino, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I said I think he should go out on loan, get some experience, and come back. He isn't ready now. So we have big expectations for the season. At least I have. I'm not sure if he is ready to be a backup in a team that's going to be pushing, hopefully, for a league title, deep in the Champions League, maybe a Copa Italia final as well. I don't think he's ready for that. We don't need that kind of players yet, or right now.
Okay.
Let him go out on loan and get some experience.
Okay, that's fair. We'll take a second question here. Luis Felipe Chapa at Lucho Chapa says, thoughts if Conte can take us to compete for the second spot? I'm guessing he means this year, because I think the year after that's definite. And do we expect a huge mercato? For me, I think Conte can take us to that second spot, especially because we weren't too far behind Napoli this year. In points, I think in quality, we were still a little off. But I think if we have a good summer and Conte's ideas can instill in the squad the way they did at Chelsea, the way they did at Juve, I think, yes, we can compete for that second spot and maybe push Juve a little bit would be the dream, of course. And I do expect a huge mercato. I think that I think I've seen our budgets around 100-something mil. And if we were to get rid of Icardi, that's another 70 to 80. So that's a lot of money to play with. And yeah, we need somebody who's going to sell jerseys, who we want in this team, who people are going to buy on anything. We need something like that. We need our depth. We need some more. We need a starter or two at almost every position, some depth at every position. So yeah, I expect a lot of guys in, so maybe a big name or two. Chino, take a crack at it.
Yeah, same with me. Just now I answered that. I think next year we have to push for the Scudetto, have to go deep in the Champions League. So I do expect us to bring in quality players, especially if Icardi leaves. We'll have some money to play with, or we hopefully would have some money to play with, because the way his transfer rumors are going, I don't know if we'll actually get that kind of money for him. But I do expect us to invest. Right now, we may not make any big signing in June while the financial year is still ongoing. But from July, expect someone big to come in.
Yeah.
For sure.
Christo, what do you think?
I mean, I think that he's the guy. Even last week we were talking about Conte. I think he's the right guy, right manager, in the right time, the most important thing. That's going to take us at least to the second place, but I'm going to go with the prediction that we're going to win the Scudetto next season, especially.
Yeah.
Ooh, big talk.
Lukaku or Dybala being the capocannoniere.
I think you just answered the next question.
That's I'll take one last question. This guy is Joe J, Powerman Joe on Twitter. He says, can Dzeko win the Capocannoniere next season with Inter? For me, I think he's good for about 15 goals. I don't see him having an explosive year. I think if he's brought in, he'll be brought in for more of his hold up than his pure goal scoring, and we'll get a Lukaku or somebody to stand beside him and actually bang in the goals. Yeah, a Dybala too. Get there. Hristo, what do you think? Dzeko Capocannoniere or no?
Dzeko, I agree with you. I think that he's the type of guy that's going to score between 10 and 15 goals. And that's like as sure as whatever it says in the Bible. As far as the Capucaniere goes, I think that
Fine.
I think if Lukaku comes, I think whoever plays for our team in the first 11 is the guy that's gonna score the most amount of goals in the league, especially. But like Capucaniere, is very hard to predict because as somebody like Piontek or Quagliarella can come out of nowhere and score a bunch of penalties and tap-ins and be praised by everybody. But yeah, I think that Dzeko's going to score between 10 and 15 goals, and if Lukaku comes, Lukaku's going to win the Capucaniere.
Chino?
Definitely not Dzeko. I think you guys are optimistic with those 10 or 15 goals. From what I remember or what I've seen of Dzeko, he's like most strikers, a confidence player. If he isn't getting playing time often, and he doesn't come, and he comes off the bench and doesn't get some goals, I think he can go or have some big and like a goal drought. And he like what Icardi experienced recently. This is Dzeko. Dzeko has that often. I've seen you, Roma fan. He goes long periods without scoring, and then so he's a big tosser for me. I don't think he can do it actually, unless he is our number one and he's playing regularly. I don't think he could score many goals.
That's a real downer talk right there, man. Come on now.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm being real.
He's still heard about Icardi. It's okay. All right, guys. I think that's everything we've got tonight. Any other thoughts? Anything before we get out of here and give everybody a rest for a week?
No, we covered a lot. I think next week more transfers again. We'll have a lot of names and a lot of Icardi news to talk about.
Yeah.
Look forward to that.
We'll try to spice it up a little bit. We'll try to keep everybody on their toes, and I hope for another episode next week. Thanks you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.